My son, Evan, is a professional videographer. He's won a lot of awards. He travels often. I brought him in to talk about health this time. You want some interesting information on his perspective? Watch. Evan, my son, joins me now. During these special segments, we've had Dr. Ann Shippey, Dr. Jonathan Stegall, and now Dr. Evan Kaufmann.
Doctor is a bit of a stretch, but
Evan, thanks. You're in town. I wanted to let my audience meet you and get to know you a little better. We were just all of us here in the studio. There's a lot of guys that put this show together. We were talking about the carnivore diet, and you kind of raised your hands. I remember your New Year's resolution was for a period of time, you didn't know how long, you wanted to try exclusive carnivore.
I did.
And what does that mean, carnivore diet?
So basically it means meat and eggs, and that's pretty much it. Butter, salt.
No carbs.
No carbs, no fruits, vegetables. Yeah, just meat and eggs basically. And I did that for about 3 months. I did it hardcore. And I kid you not, I felt better than I've ever felt in my entire life. Ever. Like energy-wise, stamina for everything. I mean, I felt good in the morning time. I got a little, as I've gotten older, as I have, I got a little pain in my left knee, and it was just gone. I didn't have any aches or pains or anything. So I think it's really good. I think it's good to do it for short spurts, right? I don't know if it's as good long term, although there's plenty of guys who've been doing it for 20 plus years and feel amazing doing it. So maybe I'm wrong about that. But for me, I wanted to try it, feel it out, and then after that, just kind of reassess.
Did Katie do it with you?
She did it for a bit, yeah. Yeah, she did hardcore for about 2 months or so, I think, and did awesome with it. And you know, again, felt amazing, loved it. There's a sort of a trial up front about week or two where you don't feel as great. It can cause headaches, and you're not getting a lot of sodium and salts and stuff, and that can sort of cause issues too. But once you start on it, stick with it. We would supplement with what are they called? Electrolytes.
Okay.
And that really helped a lot too. So I think that there's things like that. I mean, again, I don't know if it's good to be doing it for long periods of time, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Sometimes I refer. I always refer back to the Bible. And in Genesis, I give you every green plant that you can use as food.
Exactly.
You know, after the flood, we got meat and so forth.
Exactly.
Carnivore, but green plant, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe. But Evan, I have had people on my show, which is now 25 years old, who have lived on a carnivore diet for over a decade.
Yeah, see,
they're ripped.
Like that. I know.
I can't believe it. You know, it defies logic. Don't we need some carbohydrates? You know.
Right. And I think fiber is important too. You don't get a lot of that on it, so
personal
I guess
question.
you don't get any of it.
Do you back up? Do the bowels back up when you don't get
So
fiber?
this is what they say, and this is going to be gross, but but let's just go for it. They say that because you are not eating fiber and because you are not wasting food, basically, that you will use the restroom as you need to. And for a lot of people, I didn't experience this as much, but for a lot of people, you go 3-4 days without
makes sense
a bowel movement at all.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But again, this idea that your body is not wasting things. It's utilizing exactly what you're eating and holding on to it, and that's that.
How much exercise should a guy my age, mid-70s, do versus a guy 42 years old versus your 10-year-old son?
Yeah, wow. Tough one. Well, I can speak for myself. I think for me right now, it's more about spending 2 or 3 days at the gym and hitting it pretty hard, and then giving my body time to recover and repair. I think that at the age that I'm at, I think that that's important.
How long are you at the gym?
You know, half an hour to an hour. Okay. And I don't try to.
So you're kicking it. You're sweating.
Well, I don't. Yeah. I am. I don't try to do anything crazy hard. I try to do things that I know, you know, my heart rate's going to get up. I'm going to feel good afterwards, but I don't try to abuse myself at the gym. Now, in my 20s, I did that. Which maybe it wasn't as great then, but I feel like it got me in shape fast, and I felt like too I had endurance for it. Whereas now I wouldn't have that. So I think listening to your body is crucial with everything.
Do you cherish the moment at 6 a.m. when the kids come running in the room and wake you up and say, good, I get to go to the gym today? Or are you where I was when I was jogging all the time and then it's snowing out, I have an excuse, you know?
Man, I definitely have days where I do wake up and say, man, I cannot wait to go to the gym. This is going to be awesome. More often than not, though, no, I don't. I wake up and I say, I'm going to do this. And I do it, Dad, honestly. I do it because A, you have always been a great example about that. I've seen you get up and jog in the rain, jog in the snow. I mean, so I do it because of that. But then I also do it because I think that it's good to give us something that is hard that we can overcome every day, because it makes everything else easier. I mean, life in general is tough, right? So if you can give yourself something that you know, okay, this is a challenge. For the next hour, I'm going to hurt. For the next hour, I'm going to sweat. For the next hour, I'm not going to feel great. But after that, I know I will. It makes work easier. It makes life easier. It makes things easier knowing that you've overcome something like that.
Switch topics. You now have 2 boys, exactly the same age difference as you and your
Weird,
brother.
right?
Yeah, and this was not planned.
Weird,
We could talk epigenetics all day about that. But what I want to talk to you about, I notice you and Katie have always found holistic, you know, kind of preventive doctors to take the kids to. But sometimes, my audience knows this, even they let us down. You know, I keep thinking of asthma in the little guy, in Rex, and going to a doctor who wants to be very, very cautious with use of steroids. We worry about the liver with steroids. And yet we keep refilling those steroid things until you and Katie said we want to try something different. Would you educate the folks on what you tried?
Yeah, totally. I mean, this has been a journey for us, and we're still trying to kind of figure it out. But I will say we've found a doctor, one of the rare ones, it's a dental implant. It's similar to braces, and it's called the ALF approach, ALF. And it's a retainer that goes in the mouth, and it kind of resets the teeth, jaw, and it opens up the airway, which has been the most important thing, I think, for us. Rex, who's 6, has had a couple bouts with asthma, and to any parents who are dealing with that, man, it's terrifying.
Horrible.
It's scary. So yeah, we've been really actively seeking something that is not as much of, hey, inhaler, steroids, all of that stuff. Although I think that stuff has its place for sure. But seeing how this has kind of affected his airways and breathing, even how he deals with allergies has changed. And so fingers crossed.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I looked in his mouth last weekend when we were in Austin. And I got to thinking mechanics, and it's a device, folks. It looks like a brace, only up on the roof of your mouth. And I reached in. And pulled this. And all of a sudden,
and it kind of does help you breathe. Does it? No, it's really weird.
I could breathe easier. So thank God for alternative people. And I'll bet this doctor, you told me a little bit about her. I'll bet you she is ridiculed within her profession.
You know what? We actually met with her a couple times before doing it, and she reminded me a lot of you. She's been somebody who's really has found something that she has seen again and again and again that is helpful for families and kids and has been life-changing. I mean, the before and after photos of this is crazy, but she's also been somebody who has been told again and again and again, this is a waste of time, this is not doing anything, this is not making you money. So she's done this against all odds, and I think that that's extremely rare and reputable too. So I'm a fan.
Your favorite supplements? You probably take a lot, you work out, and so you deplete?
I was at a time where, there was a time probably a year ago or so where I was taking so much stuff. And I think that it's good to kind of do on and off with that, right? Like, it's good to have a period of time where you're taking, everything, and then a period of time where you don't take anything. I think in general, a good antifungal is crucial. I think in general a good multivitamin is crucial. Some type of immune support is crucial. I mean, I love Frank and NSC. I think that stuff's amazing. But in general, I mean, I'll take vitamins, I'll take zinc. Lycopene is huge, I think, too. I think there's a lot of things like that. But yeah, honestly, right now I'm not taking a whole lot.
I've noticed you've gone from a in the old days we had medicine cabinets. You guys remember? So the mirror in the bathroom, you'd pull it open, and the pillow guy wasn't on the other side of it. He'd pull and there would be your pills, all the doctor prescription, blood pressure, statins, etc. Today, You've probably seen mine. There's a few
Oh, yeah.
supplements in there, toothpaste and so forth. But we have like a closet full
Yeah.
of supplements. And then I get to your house, I open those things in your
Oh, it's
dining
crazy.
area,
Yeah.
and then your counter is all filled with supplements. Evan, there was a statistic that I needed to read everyone. When I was a kid, probably 10% of Americans took vitamins. You know, they heard about Linus
Yeah.
Pauling, started to take vitamin C, some
Yeah.
of the B vitamins. Today, I think it's over 220 million Americans take at least one medication. But 230 million Americans
wow.
take supplements. 5 years ago, there was only 74% people that thought the supplement industry was credible.
Yeah.
Today, it's closer to 80% now.
Wow.
So we're finding that, gosh, can we really take, like you said, beta-glucan probiotics? Can
Yeah.
we really take vitamin C and omega-3 fatty acids and feel better? We're proving it to ourselves. And then diet, you veered from yours, but I saw your diet the other day at dinner. It's pretty good.
I do pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to do a lot of meat and protein, namely because I just feel so good on it. So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I've definitely added back in fruits, vegetables, yogurts here and there, and so I try to do it right, as I've seen as an example. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, Evan, back 50 years ago, meat was going to give you atherosclerosis.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to die
Oh, yeah.
with meat. And today they're finding, gosh, these paleo diets and Kaufmann diet.
And
keto
I think it
diet-
depends too, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's grass-fed, if it's healthy meat, yes, of course it's great for you. If it's not, yeah, debatable.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
I really
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
it.
fun. Awesome.